Welcome to episode 3. Fuzzy runs a roguelike. Playing Enter the Gungeon today. I liked how the Hades video went. I feel like I eventually got comfortable enough to open my mouth and start saying everything. I didn't realize at the time... I'm going to lower the volume one more time. Ugh, I hate doing this. You know what? Let's just play on... It's at the lowest setting and it's still like... It's just a loud game. Barely hear myself talk. I feel like it really showed how bad my ADHD actually is. I hope that when I talk to people, it doesn't sound as bad, that I use context clues to keep my thoughts more straight. So, I guess I didn't really talk about Hades, what kind of game it was. I assume, for the most part, people knew. But, because I didn't, I'll talk a little bit about Enter the Gungeon. This is a sort of a twin-stick shooter roguelike. We're going to go down 5 floors. There's going to be a boss in every floor. We're going to find guns. We're going to use those guns to find more guns. The whole dungeon's guns. It's all guns. There's not really a plot. I mean, there's kind of a plot, but... I don't know. It's not really a plot-centered game, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And there's no dialogue that I'm gonna skip and then watch the video later and realize the dialogue was important and hate myself. That did happen yesterday. I mentioned at the end of my Hades video that I did not know how to unlock the new weapon aspects, and I was gonna have to look that up. Turns out, when I talked to Chaos, he told me how to unlock the Beowulf aspect for the shield. So yeah. That's the thing that happened. But, I don't know, I've been liking doing these videos. It hasn't been too bad. I have the first 2 videos uploaded. We're not going to open that chest just now. It's a brown chest and it's bad. I forgot you do that. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to win this run. That doesn't help. It's been a long time since I've played this game. I think I said that I used to be like able to beat 90% of it. And my reflexes aren't quite there. Hades has a buffer. Along with Gunfire, they both have buffers because they have 2 progression systems. In Hades, in between runs, you spend resources to make yourself stronger. So you start the game with 50 health. But by a certain point, you have 100 starting health and starting money. Ooh, that's fantastic. The pea shooter. That's exactly what I wanted. Whoops. And Gunfire Reborn is the same way. In between runs, you give yourself bonus health, damage resistance, more damage. So, what this means is that almost everyone who plays the game is going to be able to beat it eventually. But also it means it's hard to track your progress of how good you're getting at the game. I could say, I finally beat it. That means I've improved a lot. Or, well, 10% damage resistance and 20 extra health goes a long way in removing a lot of the mistakes you made. It's not really fair. Obviously, I did get better. Obviously, I got better at Hades. But it definitely has a negative. I think of any roguelike that I've played, Gungeon has perhaps my favorite favorite progression system in that it's so... There's an immediate feedback. You first play it, and you're like, I'm terrible, I can't get past the first boss. And then you get past the first boss, and you die to the second floor. And then you get to the first boss every time. It's so easy to track your progress, and to feel like you're getting better at the game. Which is an element of roguelikes that I find so appealing. Really not gonna make it easy to get to that room, huh? I remember when I first played Gungeon. I played it pretty soon after it first came out, I believe. It looked like a lot of fun. I bought it, and it was a lot of fun. Map complete. Nice. This gun used to shoot faster. I don't know why I think that. But it is, I do get to hold down. I don't have to press the mouse, which is nice. But it was so... It just felt good to play a game and know you were getting better at it. Every day you came in, you got to say, well, I didn't make it to the 5th floor before. Ah, man, that's... I panicked. I did not need to blank that. We should be in the clear. It's really important that we, oh man, I was going to say it's really important that we perfect these bosses because we get bonus health for doing so. Dueling laser. This is... Does not reveal secret. Using no ammo. It's like a good gun. It's like a good, very strong weapon. That's like, but you gotta be careful when you use it. Got it. Ammo isn't really that big of an issue. I don't know if I'll do it in this run, but I don't think you really need to use a gun, like a gun that costs ammo, until floor 4. Once you get to floor 4, though, it's just it's a pain in the ass to use a starting pistol. I normally stop around floor 3 with the pilot, but that's because his gun is... His gun is absolute ass. Okay, it doesn't charge too slowly. Oh, that's, got some mustard on that. Don't mind me. I don't know simple mechanics. So we're gonna go in here. We will buy a key. Does it need to be fully charged to use? It does. This game has a lot of charm to it. Art style, they did a really good job. I am very interested to know God, that was terrible. I am very interested to know what Dodge Roll are doing for their next game. They announced that they were planning on supporting this game through a couple expansions, but ultimately decided against it due to, it turns out that your first game is also your worst programmed game. Yeah, there's no way I'm beating this game, beating this run. So when they were trying to come up with ways to fix Gungeon, they realized that it needed that to add more stuff, to add more synergies and more items, they needed to completely tear down some of the base code. This doesn't really want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be there. I am having a hell of a time. That was some of the worst Gungeon I've ever played. My reward is a brown chest with bullet. Part of the lore of Gungeon is that this magical place sort of turns everything into a gun eventually. And that the letter R, even the alphabet, isn't affected. So that the very concept of the letter R looks enough like a gun that eventually it becomes one and you can fire letters out of it. Yeah. I'm excited for what Dodge Roll does next. I know they have a game that's like a 2D like shooter beat 'em up game. It's called Exit the Gungeon. I have not played it. Ooh. That's nice. Sometimes, yeah, I see people talk about it. I know I said I don't need to use, I don't really need to use, ammo using guns until the 3rd floor. But I'm also a huge liar. And when talking distracts from my ability to dodge. So let's make the game a little bit easier for me. Plus I do have an ammo case I can use at any time. Wait, isn't one of these supposed to be a passive? That's weird. I thought one chest had a gun, one chest had a regular item. I don't know. I got too many guns. But the ammo counts are all really nice. Health is good too. I think if this is the Gorgon, we should be fine. This boss, if I had blanks, I probably would be alright. I used one blank. I wish his little eyeball minions didn't have so much goddamn health. like that. It just doesn't feel worth it to go out of your way to fire at them. And then I completely forgot to use the dueling pistol. Already not as good of a run as yesterday's Hades run. But you know what? I'm so glad I'm here. It's probably going to be Hades again tomorrow. There's just a lot of new content in that game that I want to try. Maybe I'll have something more insightful to say. I don't know. I am enjoying it. I feel like we were robbed of a item last floor. We have too many guns, not enough, like, not enough stats. I just stood there and took that. This is easily the worst dungeon of my life. If I can go one room without taking damage, I would be feeling really happy. This is absolutely terrible. It would help if I remember that control is weapon swap. The compressed air tank is absolutely hilarious. Easily worth picking up every time. And I'm just gonna... I'll burn the ammo here. Now all I need is duct tape, and I can attach the compressed air tank to another gun and just shoot sharks out all the time. Probably paused a little bit long there, but I turn on the part of my brain that does the good thinking. I think for someone who plays as much roguelikes as I am way worse at timing puzzles than I have any right to be. That's not where I thought my run was going to end, I'll be honest with you. This was pretty... Honestly, I would have liked to get to the third boss, and the fact that I didn't, huge disappointment. I'm gonna upload this anyway, but, yeah, not really my best work. Thanks for tuning in.